This is the Dad Pod.
I'm Genevieve.
I'm Dad. And welcome to the Dad Pod. I'm a dude with the Dad Bod.
I'm a daughter who loves God.
In this podcast, we talk about life,
growing up,
humor,
faith,
music,
facing challenges, and most importantly,
your mom.
In today's episode, we are going to be just kind of introducing ourselves, so you get to know us and you like us, so you'll hopefully stay for the rest of the podcast. And we're going to start off with something simple. Father, do you want to ask the first question?
Definitely. All right, so we're going to start off with your name. So state your name for the record, and then do you have any nicknames? And if so, how did you get them?
So first, my biological name, which most people call me, is Genevieve. It originated in France as Genevieve. Perfect? Yes. And I have actually many nicknames.
That's right.
About 3/4 of them come from the man sitting next to me. And right now, my current nickname is... What is my current nickname?
I think we're back to Swag Dog.
So my current nickname is Swag Dog. And for all the nicknames that I have had in the past, Swag Dog, G-Wagon, G-Money, let's see, what else?
Ghetto Banana.
Ghetto Banana.
Yep.
Ghetto Banana originated when it was a gangster theme day, dress-up day for a volleyball camp, and I was eating a banana.
That's right.
Is that all we have?
That's what comes to mind, but Swag Dog definitely reigns supreme. Where did that one come from? Do you remember?
I do not remember where that came from. Where did it come from?
I think it actually came from you, because one day I picked up my phone and you had changed the name to Swag Dog. And I think that, so maybe the origin is a mystery, but the term swag, I think it came from the song Swag Surfing, because we used to always listen to that song, Swag Surfing. But then everybody in my life has the dog at the end, and so we just put them together. Swag Dog.
Perfect. And now for the man of the hour. What is your biological name, and what are some nicknames you go by?
Biological name is Robert. I don't have many nicknames, actually. I think on texting, what do you have?
I have you in my phone as Swagger Dadder with a meat emoji.
A meat emoji. Okay, Swagger Dadder. Yeah. When I was in high school, my nickname was Bob, and it started as a joke, but then it stuck. And occasionally, some of my high school friends still call me Bob. I have one friend who calls me Biggie, but it's just him.
Okay. Sir Fix-A-Lot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
He fixes a lot of stuff for us around the house.
Yep.
So that's one. Okay, our next question.
Let's see. Occupation, jobs. What do you do? Swag Dog, what is your current occupation?
I am currently a freshman student at White House High School. And my job is making book covers. Mm-hmm. And I also have a business. Y'all should definitely go follow it on Instagram at Bakes and Baubles.
What does Bakes and Baubles do?
Bakes and Baubles, we make little treats, and we also make jewelry. That's the baubles part. And I do it with my old neighbor, and it's very fun.
What is your favorite thing about Bakes and Baubles?
My favorite thing about Bakes and Bobbles is I get to work with my neighbor, even though we're not neighbors anymore. When we live far apart, this keeps us in touch. And it's also really fun because it's doing something that I love doing.
Which is baking.
Yes.
Tell us about baking. How did you get into that, and what sort of things do you like to bake?
I have actually been baking since I could, pretty much.
Yeah.
Since I could pretty much stand up. When I was about 4, I helped make a cake for Emmy, my sister. I mainly helped by licking a stick of butter.
I didn't remember that.
But it was great, and it has come very far. And my personal favorite thing to bake is cookies, because there are so many variations of cookies, and they're just fun to make and decorate and stuff like that. But anyways, moving on to you. Mm-hmm. What is your occupation, jobs, and favorite thing about it? And you can say all of your 10,000 jobs that you have, but state your favorite thing about your main job.
Okay. So I do a lot of things, and I love all the things that I do. The short answer is I manage investment portfolios as a financial advisor during the day, and I also do some teaching at mainly one local university, Laterno University over in Longview, Texas. I've also taught at University of Texas in Tyler, and that's a totally different subject area. I teach philosophy and history and theology, things like that. And I also have done some work in publishing, do some editorial work. So yeah, those are the things that I do. My favorite things about them.
Just your main job, please.
Okay, gotcha. Am I talking too much?
No.
Okay, just my main job. I think my favorite things about my main job, managing investment portfolios, it's a challenge, like a mental challenge, but I also get to help people.
Perfect.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about being a student at White House? White House High School, go Wildcats.
Our school is very highly educated. We are a very top tier education school for our academics, where other schools around this area are less highly developed in that area. I personally like the people, because most of the people are very nice, most of them, as I say, and the sports at our school are absolutely amazing and super fun. We'll get more into that later. But yeah, that's my favorite thing.
So what are your future, like possible future occupations and jobs and things like that? Just like, it doesn't have to be like this is exactly what I'm going to do, but what are some ideas? Just some possibilities.
Well, later in high school, I want to go into health science, so the medical field, and later on in life, I want to become a dentist, so I can have lots of money and not work a ton. I can make my own schedule.
Love it. That's awesome. So what would you do in your spare time if you don't have to work a ton and you have a lot of money? Like, how would you spend your time?
Run a second business.
What? What kind of business?
I'm thinking about doing either just running Bakes and Bobbles if it gets anywhere, and then, if possible, owning a faith-based company like apparel and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome. You could do some designs, things like that.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, next
cool.
question.
All right, next question. Do you have a favorite joke? Do you have jokes?
I have many jokes. My go-to one. One of my go-to ones, if I don't know what else to say, is what did the janitor say at the birthday party?
I don't know. What did he say?
Supplies!
That's really bad. All right.
He may be the dad, but I have the best dad jokes.
Right. Yeah, that was bad.
Okay, what's your favorite go-to joke?
Probably. It's also really bad. But the joke is, what did the Buddhist monk say to the hot dog vendor?
What did the Buddhist monk say to the hot dog vendor?
Make me one with everything. Not everybody's gonna get that joke. You kids might not like it now, but when you get to be older, you'll appreciate it. Trust me. Next question.
Wait, I have one more joke.
Okay.
Okay. How does Jesus make his coffee?
Something about walking on water?
No.
I don't know.
He brews it.
Hebrews. Hebrews. You told me that one before.
Exactly, because it's good.
Hebrews.
Okay.
What do you know about Hebrew?
It's a language, and it's also a book in the Bible.
Yeah.
And that is the... Is that the original language the Bible is written
The
in?
Old Testament.
Yeah.
Which way does it go? Does it go left to right?
Right to left.
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's absolutely insane.
Gives me a headache.
Okay, next question.
Okay, so the standard question is, what is your hobby, or what are your hobbies? But the twist that we're going to put on it is, what are your hobbies right now, and how have they changed over the years? So, Swag Dog, what are your current hobbies, and how have they changed?
My current hobbies are volleyball, which I just got done with yesterday,
That's right.
actually.
Killed it.
2022 freshman season.
Whoop, whoop.
District champs.
That's right.
We were not undefeated. We lost one game.
Almost undefeated.
Almost undefeated. We did have the best score, though.
Yep.
It was like 14-1, I'm pretty sure. And right now I am trying to get into the hobby of golf.
Yep.
With a couple other volleyball players. And I personally think golf is really fun because I went to a driving range the other day and hit the balls around a little bit, and it is actually super duper fun. And I think we're going to go again this weekend with some other people that are going to try to do golf as well. And my hobbies have changed over the years, really since we moved from... We lived in Michigan.
Yeah, we're going to get to that next.
Okay. Since we moved, my hobbies have changed. In Michigan, my hobbies... I didn't really have any hobbies in Michigan, honestly. I like to do art in Michigan.
Played soccer.
I played soccer for about a
But
year.
you always wanted to play goalie because that way you didn't have to run.
That is still true today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I used to play soccer, mainly goalie.
Used to do like ballet. And
Ballet, for sure. I think everybody did ballet as a little kid.
Yeah.
And then once I moved to Texas, I did gymnastics for a tad bit. And then I've been playing volleyball since 4th grade. I did the rec 4th and 5th grade and 6th grade. And then 7th grade, I was on the practice team. It was absolutely amazing because I didn't have to go to after-school practice. And then in 8th grade, I made B team. It was great. And then 9th grade, here I am. 9th grade, A-team / travel team. So, boom. And moving on to the dad bod dad. What are your hobbies right now and how have they changed?
I actually want to make a comment about that last part, and maybe we'll talk about this in a future episode, but I want to give Swag Dog a shout out. Texas high school volleyball is no joke, and she moved to Texas, no volleyball experience, and tried out for the high school team. She made it, and then she climbed her way up to the A team, the travel team, and that's a big deal. So shout out to Swag Dog. My hobbies, man, this is a big subject because for some reason, I'm not really sure why, I've always explored like tons of different hobbies. Currently, my hobbies, I'd say barbecuing.
Yes.
Barbecuing, outdoor cooking. Let's see, this time of year, this is hunting season. So deer hunting, specifically bow hunting, doing that. I love to fly fish. That's my other favorite hobby. But around here, there's not many opportunities to do that. So that's something I think that I'm going to have to travel more to do. But other than that, love going to the gym, love working out, and love spending time with the fam.
And how have they changed over time?
I like to experiment. So what I'll usually do is I'll experiment with something and get really involved in it and either stick with it for a long time or I'll just move on to something else. Since living in Texas, I went through a mountain biking phase. I'm not really doing that anymore. Now I'm doing trail running instead. When we lived in Michigan, I did a ton of fly fishing. And when I was younger, played a lot of sports. So it just kind of changes as life changes.
Boom. And for our very last question, what are we talking?
So we probably should have started with this one, but where do you live and why do you live there?
I live in Tyler, Texas.
Shout out to Tyler.
Shout out to Tyler, the Rose City capital of the country.
World's biggest small town.
World's biggest small town. Let's go with that. We live here because our family is closer down here and jobs for parents were good down here, I think. And we used to live in Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan. It was absolutely lovely. We moved there because my dad was teaching there. Sort of. At Calvin College. He was working there. And it was absolutely amazing. And we left Jersey Junction to come down to Texas, which is an ice cream place there. That is literally the best ice cream place in the United States. No one can argue. And I think Swagger Dadder's answers are probably going to be the exact same as mine. Maybe a little different. But he's also lived in more places. I was born in Shreveport, Louisiana. So was he. And we moved like 3 months later to Michigan.
Yeah. Say more about, you said that Grand Rapids was like the best place ever. Like what made it so great?
It was cold, first of all. The weather was absolutely amazing. In the summer, it was like 70 degrees, which is perfect. You can still wear leggings and short sleeve shirts. The people there were great. The places there were great. Lots of memories there. Snow. That we knew a lot of families there, and Mom still goes on a trip with them every year. We're actually going back to Michigan
What?
for New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Super exciting.
So, honest question, how are you feeling about, like, we lived in Tyler for 6 or 7 years, and we lived there for 6 or 7 years, about the same amount of time for you. How are you feeling about, like, living in Tyler now versus Grand Rapids?
I've gotten used to it. I like Tyler. I like the small town because I don't like a ton of people. Like, it's a very small town, but it's a great small town. In Michigan, I feel like Michigan, Grand Rapids and Tyler are sort of similar in ways. Grand Rapids was not really a small town, but it also was a small town at the same time.
It wasn't a huge town.
It wasn't a huge town, but it's also kind of well known. Many things were made there.
It's true.
It's very true. You can go around and probably find something that was made in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
But I like both. They're kind of equal to me. The only thing that is a huge difference is the weather.
Yeah. Okay, so location, yes, we live in Tyler. Lived in Grand Rapids before that. Also agree Grand Rapids is a great place. Also agree Tyler is a great place. They're just different. But I like that we've got experience in both places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been great. Life's been great. That was our introduction episode. We hope y'all enjoyed. And tell us what we should do next episode. What you want to know.
Yep.
What you want to listen to. What we should improve on. All the things we want to know. And so do you.
We'll see you next time.
This is Genevieve.
The Dad Pod. This is Dad.
Signing out on the Dad Pod.